Welcome back. It is day 3 of my corn harvest. We've got the 9770, 8300 getting fueled up. You can hear Bella barking in the background. But the corn's got a heavy dew on it from fog. So we're waiting for that to burn off. Should be able to run here in a half hour. It's almost 10 o'clock on a Saturday. I think the elevator probably closes at noon. So Tucker's dumping a truck right now. And then we can probably get one more truck into the elevator and then we'll be able to fill the truck after. So should be able to make a nice dent in this back 50 acres. In the last video, all we got done, it was just a slow day. Just really taking off the end rows. Slow going. This field has a ton of end rows, just with all the nooks and crannies to it. And so we got all those off. Now it should go pretty quick. I'm pretty excited. We're on the long rows. Should be good corn. And we got Thomas helping today on the grain cart, so he's got to learn how to do that. But look at this setup right here. Pretty proud of it. Here's a look at a couple ears. This is out in the middle of the field. This should all be 190 to 200. Thomas is out walking the dogs. Son's got the corn mostly dried off, so it's time to roll. Got the dogs in here. We got Bella and then Fable down there. Thomas and Tucker running grain cart, and then Tucker's going to take the first load in. And we're off. Still having a little bit of wrapping issues on the auger. I don't think my header height's still not working quite right, so we're going to mess with that in a bit. And I'm just going a little slower, but it's looking alright. In some decent corn. I'm just manually running the head now. I messed with it, can't quite figure out what's going on. I need to raise it up really because of how tall these plants are out here in the middle. I'm just bringing in a bunch of trash and wrapping up the auger. You can see it's pretty decent corn. Got Thomas's first time dumping on the go. Took a little bit to get him set up right where he needed to be, but he's getting the hang of it.
Thomas here, Zach's younger cousin. He's just now teaching me how to do all this. Hauling grain with the grain cart.
Longest run of the day right here. I am pumped up for this. I don't have a grain cart anymore because Thomas went to dump. So I will probably be waiting because this will fill me up hopefully. Feeding in pretty good. I'm just manually running it right now because I can't get my height buttons programmed where I want them, and I don't have time to sit there and diagnose that anymore. We might try and mess with the sensor some more underneath the head, but otherwise it's going good. I feel like as a farmer sometimes you revert back to just running stuff manually whenever the technology's not working, but it's good looking corn. What do you think, Bella? You happy with it? Oh yeah. Fable's sleeping. This is what I like to see right here. Unloading auger out, full load of corn. Even got a little bit on the cab, waiting on the grain cart. If I'm gonna make any money farming this year at all, I've gotta have the good spots perform, and it looks like they are. Dogs are hanging out. I just wish I had a whole lot more long rows to run. I'm just checking things out, but I do want to get out and go walk and see what kind of corn we're putting out the back. Here's an easy spot to see on the end rows. Weren't really putting anything out. Thomas is still dumping. I told him to grab a couple extra gears and scoot on across the field once he gets over here. I wanted him to drive pretty slow to get comfortable with the tractor. Bella's barking at me up there. Fable's just hanging out. Alright. Let's walk in here a little bit. I know I am losing probably 1 kernel per square foot off the header just because of how dry the corn is. Let's go right in here and see what we got. There's some kernels right there. When they're all together like that, right on a row of corn, I know that's coming from the header. But out the back of the combine, we're not really putting anything out. There's a ground kernel, but it's pretty dry. Not a lot, there's some. I think that's mostly just header loss, so I'm happy with where it's set at. And I've got some cobs that are still intact, and I've got most of them that are broken in half. I can sit around and play with it, but for the little bit I got, I'm real happy where it's at. Can't let this little guy get away. Here comes the grain cart, man. Waiting on him. We're in some 200 something bushel corn. Unloading on the go. Move up in the cart a little bit. Especially on this first load, I want to try to dump them towards the front so it pulls a little easier for them. I know I still need to be a little higher, but for you guys saying it's too big of a head, it's finally drying out. I feel like that's helping a lot. I can push 3 mile an hour with this thing, 2.9, but it's not too much for it. We're almost done with this pass, but we're in really good corn right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and have Thomas, if he can see me, pull under. Dumping. Thomas is gonna go dump that load on the semi and Tucker can take it in. He's getting the hang of it pretty quick. Mabel's thirsty. Waiting on the grain cart again. Here comes the man of the hour right there. Corn's really dry now, and we're running 3.2, 200 bushel. Dogs are napping. I'm not full yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and dump on him since I got the auger out. He's getting the hang of it, swung right in. Alright, he doesn't quite have a full load, so he's gonna loop back around. I'm gonna put a little more on him. Full load on them. Couldn't quite dump it all, but we're gonna be waiting on a truck, so. What do you think, Thomas? You having fun?
It's going good.
Figuring it out?
Oh yeah.
The only tip I have for you now is to swing into me further down the row.
Okay.
But that's it. Other than that, it's going good. So you got a full cart, so make sure you drive really slow on the way back. You got plenty of time, so we'll be waiting on Tucker.
Sounds good.
feeding the deer a little bit. There goes my profit. Alright, time to get back at it. Since we're going to be waiting on a truck, we might as well go pick a small patch that's back in the corner over there. Here's the corner of the field, and the patch is back in there. I'm going to try not to have to take the head off. I think we're going to be perfect. Oh yeah, we'll have plenty of room. Might just rotate it over for the fence. Let's see. That's all we're gonna get out of it. Oh, let me back up. Scoot over to the right just a little bit. This combine is just pretty damn wide. Really don't want to stick her off in the ditch over there. I think we're fine. Alright, we're good. That was sketchy. So here's the little patch of corn that the last farmer didn't even mess with. So we're going to see if we can get something out of it. And for anyone wondering, this is Mustang 662. There's some little ears out here. It was hard to spray with the sprayer, so there's some spots we missed. But I think there's going to be something. And the deer didn't hit it too hard. I think some of this it was probably really wet when we sprayed it, plus it was super weedy to start with. But this spot stayed wet, so I don't think we got a good spray right here, and it shows. 36, 35, 33. Hopefully there's some good corn over there though. This just looks like it didn't get sprayed. And the landowner thinks that possibly this didn't get spread either. Hard to say. Some spots not so great, but there's some decent spots out here, and the landowner didn't charge me any extra to farm this, so I figured why not? New farmer, might as well. We're getting 40 bushel now. We're gonna hit 50, there we go. 60. This is looking decent right here though. 100, 106. Hey, free land, might as well. What's it hurt? I guess technically it could hurt the pocketbook, but it's all in the name of research and development. It had 123 up there, I promise. The free patch is done. And look at that. We had a little bit on already, but heck, I'll take it. Snaking back through, and it's a little unsettling. I kind of scratched up the corn head over there. I accidentally wasn't paying attention. I was poking it into the barbed wire a little bit, but we're good. We're in some good corn, and we're dumping again. Alright, Tom's gonna pull that back, and Tucker's gonna take it into the elevator. We're done now with the near side of the field, so we're gonna truck on back across. Gonna get into some better corn. That stuff was good, just not very efficient farming. And over that direction, I don't know if you can tell, Stanton is running 3 semis. I don't know what he'd have for a combine these days, but he passed up this ground, said it was too much turning around, so hey, leave something for a new guy like myself. Just gave the girls a break, they swapped spots, and now we're dumping on the go again. I'd say that's a full cart right there. One topic of conversation during the planting videos, when I was planting the Mustang 662, had a low population, around 26,000. Everyone was concerned that I wasn't going to get the yield out of it, and you got to remember, this county only averages 121 bushels, so if we hit a drought, I wanted to make sure each plant was going to have enough water. But I think it's safe to say that you can plant at a lower population and be just fine. This has 160 units of nitrogen on it, and its fair share of P and K. Here comes the grain cart man. Been waiting just probably about 5 minutes, so it's really not that bad. And since I have a lot of turning around to do on the end rows, I'm kind of slow myself, so we haven't really had a bottleneck yet. It's been kind of working. And I don't mind a break here and there to do the YouTube and TikTok stuff. I tell you what, this never gets old right here. This might be my last time dumping on the go. Tucker's gonna swap out with me and finish up the little spots. Making some progress today. The elevator's staying open till 6, so we've been running. Fable and Bella are napping. We're almost full. Can't quite see it yet, but probably one more pass over here and we'll be done. And time for Tucker to pick. Stupid sensor. Well, this is it for me. We're full. Looks good. And a little bit of fresh cap corn. Tucker's dumping. Go check it out from outside. Lady 300's been running good today. Pretty awesome. This stuff right here was just drowned out. Couldn't do anything about it. Had a really, really wet spring. There's Bella. Tucker's got him a row of shame over there. It's hard to tell, you know, when it looks like this, where the rows are at. That's it. Time for me to go take it to the elevator. I think we can get one more in. We'll see after that. He's chooching. Thomas has really figured this grain cart stuff out. Pretty cool to see. We are tarped and let's hit the road. There's Stanton's operation. Looks like a 780 or 90. And then probably like a 9330 or 40 on a grain cart. We're trying to get this hill. Here we are. This will probably be the last load of the day for us. Well, that was another 1100 bushel. One more cart after this one, we'll probably be done. Thomas really got the hang of this today. Cart fills up one hopper pretty well. Sun's going down. Cruising in to save Tucker. Tucker's got just a few more passes left. There's some half decent ears back here, but just sat really wet. We had some patches that we couldn't get sprayed. I'm really hoping we can get a full hopper here. I'm not sure if there's enough. It's going to be close on if I can get to 150 bushel average or not. There's really three main reasons. End-rows from deer and trees, lack of rain in August, late July, and then the third reason would be the southern rust that set in because I was a cheapskate, didn't put fungicide on, but didn't want another bill. I just wish you could run a trial at the same time, the same amount of acres, to tell if it'd pay off or not, but he's almost done. And that dust cloud is our 9770. That was totaled at the insurance auction just a few short months ago, and Tucker's doing the last of my corn with it. Pretty pumped. And that's a wrap. Thank you guys for all the support. It's crazy that corn harvest has come to a close, and it all started with that 8300 right there. Thomas is coming in the dump. Pretty surreal moment right here. Getting the headset on the trailer. Looks good. Oh yeah. Perfect. There she goes. Getting the head moved out of here. Last of the corn going in. You guys gotta give it up for Thomas down in the comments. He's my cousin, and this is his second tractor he's ever drove. The other one was our old Ford. He figured it out quick. We wouldn't be done if it wasn't for him, and especially if it wasn't for Tucker over there. And shout out to Bella and Fable in the truck. They were troopers today. I hope we got somewhat of a full load here. That old 8300 though. Last of the corn going in. 8300 was a trooper. That's going to be close to 1,000 right there. Throttle down and clean it out. Throttle down. Let it run for a little bit. That should be 1,000. That'll do it. Well guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for following along in the harvest harvesting videos. I can't wait to see your reactions or what they were on the very first one. But anyways, hit that subscribe button. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the harvest series. And we still have